Hey, welcome to The Guide. I am Will.
I'm Yo.
And today is our weekly update. Big news this morning.
Yeah.
Yesterday morning, actually.
Yeah, it was Nintendo came out and gave us all the pertinent details on the Wii U. We've been waiting for this since E3, and they finally revealed a bunch of stuff. Some of it wasn't a big surprise. We kind of speculated on some of it.
Right.
Some of it was a surprise.
Like the price was a little bit less than some people had anticipated.
Yeah, and I personally think, here's what they said. Let's break it down for them first. Okay, so there's two versions of the Wii U coming out November 18th. That's a Sunday.
You've got your basic and your deluxe edition.
That's right. What do they get in the basic?
The basic, you get your hand set, you get the sensor bar, the console.
HDMI cable, which I'm glad they're throwing in. That's cool.
Yeah, definitely. So pretty much what you need to play.
Right, and then with the deluxe set, you get all that, but you also get a charging station for the gamepad, you get a stand for the console and the gamepad, and you'll get a copy of Nintendo Land, which again was kind of expected that they'd at least bundle that in somehow. So with the basic set, you're looking at $299.99, and with the deluxe set, $349.99. Now, I think that's just a bit outside of the sweet spot. If they had found a way to make the deluxe set the $300 package, that would have been mwah. That would have been perfect. That would have been the exact sweet spot where they could have really sold a lot of consoles.
Especially since this is, it's a new console, but it's almost a continuation of the Wii.
Right.
You can use Wii controllers, Wii games. So,
which is great.
Yeah, but if you're building on an already established clientele, then it would have helped to be a little cheaper.
Yeah, but it's not a deal breaker, I don't think. $350 is not a deal breaker for what it offers, but it's slightly outside of the sweet spot. So overall, not bad. I think they could have done better with the price, but it's not a bad price point.
No, and they did release a roster of games, and I mean, you've got your typical Nintendo games, but there's some really big titles coming out for the Wii U that I think having the gamepad for will be really fun.
The stuff that they showed from Nintendo Land, again, I'm underwhelmed. I mean, you know, the Metroid Blast that they showed, it's like a horde mode for Metroid with your Mii's dressed up as Samus. Kind of cool, but again, it's like, okay, that looks neat and like it'd be fun for a few minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
But it doesn't really tell me why I would want to change my gaming habits to always include a second screen. It just looks like it'd be a fun little bonus for a while. So, yeah, I'm still not totally sold on the whole second screen thing, except when they started talking about Nintendo TV, which was the big surprise here. I mean, what were your impressions of Nintendo TV?
It seems like something that I would want to be a part of.
Right.
It's the first kind of game system networking social thing that has caught my attention.
It made me think back to Microsoft's presentation of Smart Glass at E3, where they're kind of like, just think of the possibilities. You might be able to do this, or there's the possibility, you know, because they hadn't quite worked it out. Nintendo comes along, and I think Nintendo TV was ready for E3, they just didn't show it. Because they came out and they have it worked out. They're like, here's exactly what you can do with it. You can search for your favorite movies, TV shows, whatever, from all of the things that you subscribe to, be it Amazon Instant Streaming, be it Hulu Plus, you can get Netflix. You just search for whatever you want, or live TV.
Right.
And then you find that, you can watch it. As you watch it, you can like tweet about it, you can make comments on it, you can do this and that. Sports, you can find scores from other games. You find a game that you're interested in, boom, go watch that.
It's turning into a major funnel of media that it's very universal.
It's doing what Microsoft has been doing with Xbox Live, bringing it to the gamepad, using the gamepad as your remote for your TV, giving you access to all of your digital content. Smart move on Nintendo's part. Nintendo TV looks really promising, and it was one of the times when I was thinking about that slightly higher price point, like, I'm not sure, $350. Then they showed Nintendo TV, I'm like, actually, that would probably be worth it, because they went out of their way to say, free service.
Yeah.
You don't have to subscribe to Nintendo TV. It's free. It gives you access, even TiVo. You can DVR stuff. and then play it back.
That's
brilliant.
It's cutting edge, and offering it for free is huge because video game developers seem to be kind of stingy in recent years, and so for Nintendo to be able to offer this service that Xbox and PlayStation neither can compete with really at the moment.
Right. I think Xbox digital content slightly better so far, but as Nintendo TV expands, Microsoft better watch out because this is a great way to integrate all that, and then having that gamepad as your integrated second screen, which they already know how they're going to use. Smart Glass was all possibilities and maybes. They know what they're doing with this. It was a huge coup for Nintendo. Very interesting stuff.
Yeah.
So, great presentation from Nintendo. A few things they didn't cover, which I thought were minuses. They didn't tell us more about the Mii Universe and their online plan, which is huge. We need to know more about that, and I'm a little worried that they haven't talked more about that. They also didn't give us specifics on what exactly games will be released on the release date and in the launch window. They said there's going to be the biggest launch ever, but no specifics. Again, a little nervous because we need more than just Mario. And if Pikmin 3 doesn't launch on release date, or at least in the launch window, I think that's going to be another problem like they had with the 3DS, where you need the big games right when it comes out.
Well, they're saying they're going to be offering Madden 13 and Call of Duty Black Ops 2,
which are all rehashes though.
They semi, but they're still new games, and this is the Wii U's coming out right in the middle of the season of all these big game releases. So even if they don't have something specifically planned for release day, which they should. Right. They definitely should. But if they don't, they'll have a little safety net of the new video game releases of the season.
They at least can compete now as an HD console, so that's going to help them out over the holiday season.
Yeah.
So that's all the news on Nintendo. And then really quickly, there were a couple other things that we wanted to update you on, including joining the Guides Madden NFL Online League.
Yeah.
We're starting games. We're going to advance the week every Monday, whether you played your game or not. And then, like I said, during the postseason, we'll have some prizes to give away. So go to Connected Careers, search for a league to join the Guides League, and play some Madden NFL with us. And we're also predicting what Peyton Manning's going to do as a Bronco each week, which is kind of interesting.
Is it win?
It's go with this. Our first week, we predicted a score of 31-21 for Peyton Manning. We predicted he'd have 2 touchdowns, and we predicted that he'd have around 240 yards passing. The actual score of the game was 31-19. Peyton Manning had 2 touchdowns, and he had about 260 yards passing. So, how realistic is Madden NFL 13? Tune in every week to find out as we watch what Manning will do now as a Denver Bronco.
That is interesting.
It is rather intriguing. And once we get to the playoffs, we sim the playoffs using Madden, and we're about 75% accurate with our predictions. It's
using
cool.
Video games to tell the future.
That's right. Prognosticating with video games. Woo! And if you want to keep up with everything going on, because there's a lot more that we couldn't get to, including Finding Nemo 3D in theaters. Yeah, so you can read about our thoughts on that and much more at our website.
Yeah, visit us gameandmovieguide.com, and if you're a social networker, check us out on Facebook and Google+.
That's right. Facebook.com/gameandmovieguide. Follow us on Twitter, and we'll see you next time here on The Guide.